Welcome back, and we continue with the My Year series. The June 2025 demos in Mombasa reshaped Kenya's civic space as there was no tear gas, no running battles in those demonstrations, with the police guiding the flow. The coastal city was also at the center of national attention when a controlled explosion was carried out, bringing down a condemned building at the Kona Kilifi area as the country watched. In our segment My Year tonight, Francis Mtalaki looks back at the two defining moments that stood out in the coastal city of Mombasa.
Like any other working day, I woke up very early in the morning to go to work. But the June 25th, 2025 protest was not just another day on the assignment desks. From the moment I stepped out, there was a feeling in the air something was about to happen. I was welcoming to the city was very quiet, and by mid-morning, that feeling had a face, a voice, and a generation, the Gen Z protest. And this protest began at Moi Avenue at Mapembeni area. The youth had gathered very early. From Moi Avenue, where the protests began, they head all the way to the Fontanella roundabout, and quickly becoming one of the largest protests in Mombasa that we've ever witnessed. There were chants, footsteps, whistles, and the Gen Z were lying on the ground with the Kenyan flag and also praying for those who had lost their lives as a result of the June 25th of 2024. What stood out most was not the noise, but the order. There was no tear gas, no running battles, and also no chaos. Police officers walked alongside the demonstrators, guiding them through the routes that were agreed upon and keeping open lines of communication. You could find police officers at the middle of the demonstrations. It was a scene rarely witnessed in protest history. Police giving directions, crowd responding calmly. And I remember as we were moving all the way to Kenyatta Avenue, as we were approaching Sabasaba, the crowds were building, and those who are on the sides also joining the protesters. And on the sidelines, there are those young men who are also trying to control those who had any bad intention, could not get in and infiltrate demonstrations. At Sabasaba, that's where we spent much of the time, because you'd find the police were there trying to control the crowd and also trying to guide them so that they can be able to finish the demos quickly. But the demonstrators kept calm and telling the police that, you know, this is our day, we need to express ourselves.
Maandamano ya leo ni amani. Security imetulia, vijana wametulia, wanapata hii moja. Tunaandamana tu, hakuna vita na mtu.
Maandamano ya leo ni amani, na ambao wanataka kutuma guns wanasiasa Mombasa, mkiwatuma tutapambana na wao. We are very peaceful, hatuja kuja kuharibu mali ya watu, hata ukiangalia nyuma vijana wako na amani.
Now from Sabasaba area, now we moved all the way to Baxan area before coming back to this side of the city again, joining back to Diga Road. In the evening, we witnessed a group of youth who wanted to infiltrate, and the same demonstrators, the Gen Z, kept their cool and saying that hatuko na wao wale, and the police took charge, chased them away, and I remember we went now to Nkrumah Road, all the way to the county government of Mombasa offices, and at State House roundabout, that is where the demonstrations come to an end.
Tumekuja hapa kwa county commissioner ili atuelezee assurance kutoka kwa serikali.
Tungeomba vile tumetoka kutoka asubuhi, tumefanya maandamano, tutaki wafanyakazi wa Mombasa waumizwe, so tungependa tumalizie hapa na kila mtu aweze kwenda nyumbani. Nipata hiyo memorandum.
Thank the media who are covering us in Mombasa. Pia, I want to thank the police who have been working with us since morning. Wametufikisha vizuri. They have let us express ourselves as young people of Mombasa.
Another major incident that hit the headlines was about the Mombasa's controlled demolition. And the Kenya Defense Forces were at the center from the planning side, in collaboration with the county government of Mombasa, the security apparatus on the ground. For more than 48 hours, residents living around Kona Kilifi area were ordered to leave. Houses were locked, the shops were shut, and the streets were sealed off around that area. Patients were evacuated because the building was just close to the Coast General Hospital. This wasn't just another demolition. It was a high-risk operation.
Kupiga mabomu, watu wote wahame mpaka bridge ifungwe salala. Nini hii balai? Mpaka markiti mfunge, la ilaha illallah, haijatokea ulimwengu wote.
Watu wote will have to vacate. Hii haitodhuru nyumba yako, lakini ule mtikiso ambao kwamba utaka kuweko utasababisha athari ya masikio yako. Kila ukiwa karibu, wale wanaofanya kazi hii wanavaa vitu ambao kwamba vinawastiri na sio pamba ukasema kwa unaenda kujieka.
It appears to me that the police and security apparatus led by KDF had every step calculated, every second was planned as to how they are going to conduct this controlled demolition. We are being told that it will be brought down at 10 a.m., it went to 10:30, and then some minutes to 1 p.m. we received a phone call from one of the security operators telling us now a countdown in less than 10 minutes. The last person who was doing that job has already left that place. So after a few minutes again, tell me 2 minutes, and the shock of many who are also covering this story, I remember. We could not imagine the magnitude under which this building was brought down, and we saw it coming down slowly. Even we journalists, some of us were caught unawares. The dust and the rubble were coming to that end, so that tells you the magnitude of this operation. We now went to the ground to witness what had really happened for Mombasa. From where I sit, it was a reminder of how fragile urban spaces can be. As we reflect on these moments at the close of the year, on behalf of our entire team, we wish you a happy festive season and a prosperous, peaceful 2026. I am Francis Mtalaki in Mombasa.